Hello, this is Jose, and I'm going to show you my dog side project. I call it Perritos Dogs. So let me show it to you. This is a bike project. I try to use the best practices, right? So I have a folder with my JS. I have a public folder with my images and the footer and header, and then a CSS folder, pretty straightforward. I try to separate everything in modules. Like for example, this one is from the dog API. I use two APIs and I'm going to show you how are they working. So this one gets a dog, this one gets a dog but by its breed. Then I have the second API here. Call to the API is for a quote. This one returns a random quote, and it returns the quote and its author. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna start showing you from here. This is the home page view. I use JavaScript to populate this dog slider, this gallery. Then you can click on it as well. I'm calling here the get random dog API multiple times. I use a for loop. Then I use that call to that API to get a random image on the Inspire Me view. Okay, so every time I go to this view, I'll get a random image and a random quote. This is the title. This is a friend that I used as inspiration to create this website. So here's the random quote. This one is the author of that quote. Somehow this one is pretty weird, but this button is to generate a new one. This is an animation with a dog. Here, this is the author, right? Then I can get another dog and quote. Then I have the breeds. This is what I was talking about, the other column to the API. The difficult part here was with the subbreeds, because the JSON file had the breeds, right? But a breed will have multiple subbreeds, like Bulldog. Bulldog has Boston, English, French, Norwegian, right? So separating that was kind of difficult. And the event, the first one calls all the breeds from the API. The second one, it's every time I click on a different one, right? Like this Boston or the Bulldog English. This one doesn't have too many pictures, that's why they're like repeating. Let's try the French one. Yeah, there you go. And then I can try another one. I don't know, Commodore. There you go. This is the breed section. Then you have the favorites one. Oh, no favorite dogs added yet. Of course, I don't have a favorite dog on my local storage. So if I go to the Inspire Me view, right? Let's add this dog. Favorite dog. Dog added to favorites. And let's see, favorites. Here it is. And in the local storage, under favorite dogs, we have the path to that image. Let's add another one. Okay, there you go. Now what I'm going to show you is the form. This is a pretty basic form. I use basic HTML and CSS validation. Like, it allows me to enter a real email address. Now let's navigate to the code really quick to show you how I implement the different things. So in the utils, I create functions that I will be using on the entire project. For example, this is for the slider that is used on the homepage and on the breeds view. Yeah, this is all the logic behind the slider. And then here I have the add to favorites dog, right? The saving it to the local storage. I have the quote called to the API. I have the dog call to the API. Those are the modules. This one is the template I use for the inspired dog, because here I call the dog URL and the quote. So I combine both calls. I created what I call an inspire me card, and this is the result from it that is populated on the HTML. Then when you click on the generate dog, that is called Andre button, and the content gets clear. And yeah, I think those are what I did on this project. I try for this to be mobile friendly as well, right? I don't have the best CSS or like skills, but I did my best. There's a dog. Oh, there you go. The quote. And yeah, that's my project. I hope you have the chance to look at it. And thank you for your time. Have a good one. Bye bye.